Mr. Carey is recognized for 5 minutes.
I want to thank the chairman. I also want to thank the ranking member, and I do want the witnesses to do appreciate you guys coming in. And though you may see different questions and line of questioning from both sides, I do want you to know that my dear friends on the other side are friends, and they're very talented legislators that are doing the job that they need to be doing and asking the questions that they want to ask. Mr. Flanders, I want to say before the 2020 election, did the states or localities accept private monetary donations to help them with elections administration?
Yeah, so, well, there could be some small example that, for a dog catcher race or something like that. We're not aware of any widespread funding of elections, certainly not to the level that we saw with the CTCL funding. So the answer to that is no, as far as I know.
Okay, so should public officials be accepting donations from organizations like the CTCL in the first place?
Yeah, so I think what we've heard today, and even from some folks on the other side, right, is that there are concerns when this money is being provided to local election officials, and I think the answer is absolutely not. And it's good to hear that there might be some bipartisan agreement on that question. Okay,
so what are let's go back to this. What are some of the dangers that you could see that are associated with accepting this funds?
Yeah, so I think what we see here is, and you can put aside the sort of whether or not this was strategic. I think we mostly would say that it was strategic, but say these grants were provided just to larger communities because they thought larger cities needed more help. Well, that does lead to a partisan bias in the outcomes, and I think we're on a slippery slope here. Again, you could take them at their word. You could take CTCL at their word that they did this in a nonpartisan way, but without legal changes, there's nothing to say the next person who does this will even give any lip service whatsoever to doing this in a nonpartisan way, and there's no limitation on that.
With that, does accepting private funds for alleged purposes of election administration increase voters' confidence in election process or the result, in your opinion?
Absolutely not. There's some polling from last year. I saw a 2022 poll that the majority of Americans think this funding should be banned, and I think when people learn more about the process, as we're doing here today, those numbers would even go up higher.
Okay, I appreciate that. Mr. Walter, CTCL's U.S. Alliance for Election Excellence has targeted several counties across the United States, seeking for them to enter into membership agreements. Can you describe how this played out in certain counties in Georgia and in Arizona?
Sure. Well, one recent example in Georgia caused the legislature to enact a second ban on Zuckerbucks. The ban had been that you couldn't send money into the election office, so CTCL disingenuously then sent the money to the county government with the plan that it would then send it to the election office. The state legislature responded quickly, and that is now forbidden in the state of Georgia.
So it's my understanding that the Alliance has also targeted Forsyth County and Brunswick County in North Carolina. Why do you think they're targeting those counties?
Well, again, it perfectly fits the pattern of trying to turn out Democrats in the elections. And the other thing that it does is it helps them to, they go to these counties and they say, we're going to help you. We're going to provide you with in-kind contributions. And by the way, we're also going to give you an improvement plan for your office. Now, again, outside groups should not be trying to run the government election offices. That's a simple principle.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, I want to thank everybody that's here to testify today, and I want to thank the members of this committee. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing. With that, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back.